Face off in front of the Iceman bench. Wedman turns that one back cleanly. Riley over to Ewens in the middle. Finds an open Chow up the ice. He goes off for Josh Hosang over the line. Hosang turns back inside of the right circle. Flips it to the middle. Riley trying to get it up to his stick. Shoots and he scores. Will Riley got it and put it low along the ice and in. 2 minutes, 24 seconds into the second period. Florida's up 1-0. Looked like that chance was going to come up empty for Riley. The puck was behind him. Just got it onto his stick for his first goal of the postseason, Will.
Jake, how about the silky mitts from Will Riley? And first off, what a feed from Josh Hosang.
Yeah, it looks like it's bobbled there for a moment, then he gets it back.
And he almost shoots that puck behind him. He's reaching behind his back when he fires that shot. Matt Vernon totally not expecting a shot right there, as we've got some shoving here on the near side faceoff circle.
Lansdale and D'Amigo getting into it. And we knew that first goal was going to draw a reaction. Really quiets the crowd. And now Florida getting involved. And Moberg was coming up to have a chat with D'Amigo as well. Got to be careful, Will. You just scored the game's opening goal. You don't want to give Jacksonville power play a chance to tie it right away.
You don't want to, but you know that the frustration has to be boiling over for Jacksonville. Moberg doing a great job trying to get in their heads and make them make the mistake.
D'Amigo and Lansdale still yapping as icing is called against Jacksonville. So what's huge now, Will, that Florida's gotten the first goal? Getting the second one. They did that in Game 6 yesterday, 2 minutes and 3 seconds after opening the scoring. They got the insurance marker, and now off an icing, a chance to very quickly strike again.
They've cashed the check. Now it's time to put a down deposit in on some insurance for the Everblades. You want to start building that cushion. You want to build a lot of separation with the Icemen. You know that they're a stingy team. They will try to come back in this game. They did score a goal late in the third period yesterday, but if you can start to just kind of separate yourselves now in the second, it'll go miles down in the back half of this period and into the third.
Face-off won by Jacksonville below the goal line. Lansdale got it free over towards Pendenza on the far side. Trying to turn it back to Lansdale. Lansdale banked off a body. Skirving blocks a clearing attempt from Shukarov. In the close side corner, Skirving trying to settle the puck down. Knocked down, the puck goes towards the net, and Vernon just covers it up. So it's Will Riley's first goal of the playoffs. Josh Hosang with the primary helper on that one. Oliver Chow also getting an assist. The goal coming in at 2:24 to give Florida a 1-0 lead in Game 7 of the South Division semifinals. Right now, shots 2-0 for Florida in the second, 11-6 overall Everblades so far.
And Jake, it's that first line that's just been impressing me all day.
Battle draw. Jacksonville comes up with it in their zone. It's Lodermeyer. Takes it up towards the red line, puts it down the wall. Not going to go far enough for an icing. Berzola is onto it. Pass up the left wing towards the line. Martin holds it onside, puts it down the half wall. Senden will grab it now and tries to move up with speed. Mark Senden, left wing, driving against Martin. Senden around the back of the net, puts it out front. And nobody there for Florida. The puck just cleared away. Lodermeyer now. Senden onto him. Slowed down. Lodermeyer one-hands it looking for Craig Martin. Just couldn't get it to him. Van Wy, neutral zone, dumps it in. Makes its way behind the net. Johnson stops it. Sambrook takes it. Nice little pass. Makes its way to Berzola. And he clears it out for Mark Senden. Pressured in front of the Iceman bench. Bouncing puck. Jacksonville takes it. Garrett Cockrell puts it in over the line. Down towards the far side corner. Darcy behind the net for Sambrook. Quickly up the right wall for Carpenter. Into the middle, Berzola takes it up towards the red line. Clears it down. Heads off for a change. Full 5 change for Florida. Jacksonville back to it in their zone.
Good eyes by Riley to get on Giroux on the near side boards. He was wide open deep in the Blade zone.
Fortunato ahead for Justin McRae, who scored Jacksonville's lone goal in yesterday's 4-1 Florida win. Up towards the line, jostling onto Pendenza, 2-on-1. Pendenza landed to his left. Pendenza shot, save made, Vernon. The passing lane nicely clogged up by the veteran Garrett Cockrell. Shot from the line, blockered away. And Jacksonville gets a clear, a really good chance for Florida to go up 2, but Vernon, a huge save there for Jacksonville.
Yeah, Vernon just doing a good job to cover the 5-hole with his paddle, and you could hear it just kind of clank off that and trickle into the near side wall.
Up towards the front, jostling a shot, scores! Sean Jostling goes upstairs. Vernon, he's fighting for a goaltender interference call as Lambton was in the crease with him. But the Blades celebrating as they've got a 2-goal lead right now. Just over 2 minutes after getting the first goal, they've got insurance. It's Sean Josling's third of the playoffs.
Jake, the second period has been where the Blades have been making their money in the past 2 games. This is a broken play by Jacksonville. Loose puck right in the right circle, and Jostling does not need a second invitation to one-time that past Matt Vernon.
Well, we will put it on hold for a second because it's going to be put under review. It was called a goal on the ice, so it has to be definitive goaltender interference for the goal to be overturned. You can see leaders from both teams waiting for an explanation when the officials are done with this. Lambton was in the crease. Okay, now Pendenza and Panetta will skate back towards their benches. So after this review between Austin O'Rourke, Rocco Stakowiak, and the tablet, they'll go over to the benches to explain. It's a huge moment in this game, Will.
Oh, massive. And there's a bit of a crowd formulating around the scorekeeper's table.
Yeah, they want to see it too.
Waiting for this call.
So here, we're going to get a look at it now on the feed at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena for our viewers on Flow. So Lambton goes in. He's getting pushed in there by Cockrell. Certainly, he collides with Vernon. There's no doubt about that. But is Lambton able to escape the pressure from Cockrell, who is the one who initiates contact with him out front?
It's got to be definitive, and I think without Cockrell making contact there,
it's a goal. It counts.
They're calling it a goal.
That would be why it counts. The fans irate about that.
It just looked like Lambton, his momentum, sure, he may have brushed with Matt Vernon, but it wasn't going to be any kind of substantial contact. He was just going to try to skate through and go below the goal line. It is the contact that Cockrell initiates that sends him into Vernon. And
there was no way Lambton could do anything. He couldn't go off to his right or anything to escape it. So now the Florida Everblades, 4 minutes and 36 seconds into the second period, have a 2-0 lead. Riley, then Jostling. Florida with a little bit of insurance he talked about, Will. What did you say? Cashing the check and then putting the deposit down?
Putting the deposit down.
What's the next step? D'Amigo trying to get it back to a one-goal game. Right in, shoots, puts it wide. Oh, that would have been huge for Jacksonville, but D'Amigo couldn't convert. Now Hosang passes off for Chow, coming up 2-on-2 alongside Wedman. Passed off, Wedman drops it back for Chow. Nice move. Chow towards the middle. It's Hosang, shoots, and it's blocked. Great setup from Chow to Hosang, but Jacksonville able to collapse on it just in time. Pass for Grando in behind him. Berzola will take it now. Goes over for Reese Molick. Up the wall. Hosang to the middle. Makes its way to Wedman. Trying to get it off to Chow. Missed him. Coming for Berzola. Fakes the slap shot. Takes it down low around the back of the cage. Pass out front right to the stick of Christopher Brown. And he will skate it out for the Icemen. Brown trying to clear it in. Went off to Sandbrook. He had to play it away towards the board to keep it away from Brown. Makes its way up towards the line. Hosang into the middle for Oliver Chow. Skates it up over the blue line, just clears it in and heads off for a change. Sandbrook trying to make his way towards the bench. He's going to be stuck out there, though, as Lodermeyer advances. Puck taken now by Lansdell. That'll give Sandbrook a chance to get off the ice. Lansdell below the goal line. Around the wall. Puck will be taken there by Derek Lodermeyer. Trying to clear it in, put it right off of Riley. And Lodermeyer bowls him over to force that puck in below the goal line in Florida's end. Round to the opposite side. Logan Lambton has it. Ahead it goes for Riley. Over the red line, over the blue line. Pushed on the wall. Lansdell pulls up. Shoots. Save made. Vernon. Rebound kicked into the far side corner. Nadeau just clears it across the ice into neutral territory. Lambton blasts it back in. Darcy slows it down. Puck bops towards the middle. And ends it in the middle. Lambton fires over to Darcy. Scores! Cam Darcy puts it home. And Florida's up 3-0. 6:26 into the second period. First of the playoffs for Cam Darcy. And he is ecstatic about that. The Blades, all the momentum on their side.
Darcy has played some really, really quality shifts, some thankless shifts, physical battling, couple of moments, and really gotten in front of some pucks. And now he's rewarded with a great setup and a great finish and a great goal to give the Blades a 3-goal lead here in the second period.
That's a pair of assists for Logan Lambton and the first goal of the playoffs for Cam Darcy. He only had 1 in 31 regular season games, and now in Game 7 of the South Division semifinals, a huge goal really puts Florida in control. And you can tell just looking around the crowd as we go into a break, that goal took a lot out of this crowd at VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. 3-0 Florida, second period of Game 7. You're listening in on the Fifth Third Bank Florida Everblades Broadcast Network. Van Wye tried to bring it up, gave it right over to Will Riley. Skating away, stripped from behind. Riley got it back, tapped it away for Moberg. Out of the box comes Acapelli, so back to some Jacksonville power play time, but the puck in the neutral zone. into the final, or nearing the final minute of play. With it, over, Mobert, shorthanded, a chance, scores! With a minute and 12 seconds to go in the second period, Cole Mobert scores shorthanded, and Florida is up by 4, and that's going to send a couple fans out of the building, even though we're in the second period.
The Everblades taking a 4-on-4 breakout situation. The extra skater coming out of the penalty box for the Icemen just a bit too late. By the time he's on the ice, the Everblades have already established an offensive zone presence. Moberg now has goals in back-to-back games off of a wicked wrist shot.
2 goals in the postseason for Cole Moberg now, the former Chicago Blackhawks draft pick, coming through in the big games. Last year in the postseason, Cole Moberg had 3 goals, so already close to that inside the first round, and Florida now has basically put a muffler on this crowd, silencing them. And boy, that one just took a lot out of Jacksonville. Ewens comes out of the box, so Florida, they only had to serve half of the double minor. They get a shorthanded goal, and they have a 4-0 lead now with 51 seconds left in the second period. And Lodermeyer and Lansdale shoving a little bit.
It's also worth noting, Jake, that the Everblades have a shorthanded goal this series before they have a power play goal.
That is true. They haven't had a power play opportunity yet in this game, so
That's
they haven't
true.
had a chance to change that. But yes, a shorthanded goal for Florida from Cole Moberg has them up 4-0. And boy, if you're Jacksonville, this dragon that's just tortured you for the last few years, doing it again, Will. Logan Cockrell hit with a puck up high off a shot from his own teammate. Seems to be all right. You don't want to see that. Even though Jacksonville's season's going to end, you don't want to see any of their guys injured before the end of it, right?
No, you never want to see any kind of injury. You hope these guys can play their hardest, stay healthy, and be able to do it all over again and impress us and dazzle us next season.
Well, Jacksonville, they thought they were ready to impress and dazzle the Blades and finally slay the dragon, exorcise the demon, however you want to put it. But it's just another painful end to a season at the hand of the Everblades for the Jacksonville Icemen as Florida ices the puck. 34.7 seconds left to go before Florida will be able to truly celebrate moving on to the South Division Finals. And it's the character that brought Florida back in this series that's most impressive. When they were down 3-1, looked completely overmatched in Game 4 against Jacksonville, losing 5-0 on their home ice. And they battled, and they fought, and they made it way back. That's the kind of character that makes a guy like Matthew Wedman want to come down from the AHL to play for Florida. That makes a guy like Todd Skirving decide that, no, he's not just going to end his season after Newfoundland folded. He wanted to come here to Florida. He had other teams offer him a contract, offered to bring him in, but he was waiting for a text from Florida to come down here. It's what make guys like Joe Pendenza, Cam Darcy, Cam Johnson want to come back for even more for another run, because they know that no matter what a series looks like, no matter how dire, this group has championship DNA. They've proven it over the last 2 years, and they will get to continue to defend their crown. An offside call now under 10 seconds left to go. A few of the diehards sticking around to celebrate with their team one last time for Jacksonville, but it is going to be a long and brutal summer for the Icemen, who had expectations much higher than a first-round exit.
Just about everybody on the Blades bench on their feet,
ready to celebrate. Just waiting for the game to end. Face-off won by Florida. Sandbrook takes it behind the net. One last little bit of celebration, Will. A 27-save shutout for Cam Johnson. A 4-0 win. And the Florida Everblades are off to the South Division Finals.